Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, pushing his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. Like I mentioned before, I say shalom to y'all Akim out there. And this is another sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out of another news article. I mean, even though the time zones might be different over the United States from Ukraine, Russia over there, because it's January 1st already over there, because time zones is kind of different. But I believe this was from yesterday, since it's already January 1st over there already. And this is a news article from ArabNews.com, and this was published and updated December 31st, 2022. And it reads, Russia missile strikes Kyiv on New Year's Eve. And this is a day after Russia used a fresh new barrage of huge missiles and drone attacks in that region in Ukraine, and then this is a day later you have another airstrike over there on Kyiv once again with the war Ukraine between the Russians and the Ukrainians is continuing on from February of this year all the way to now, because Russia called it a special operation of the invasion of Ukraine back in February all the way to now, And it says Russia missile strike Kyiv on New Year's Eve at least one dead. Residents take shelter inside a metro station during an air raid alert in Kyiv. Explosions could be heard in the city. Air defenses engaging. And it says Russia carried out its second major round of missile attacks on Ukraine in 3 days on Saturday. A Ukrainian official said the explosions reported throughout the country on New Year's Eve, and potentially all the way into New Year's Day as well too. Kyiv Mayor Vital Klitschko said at least one person has been killed and 8 wounded after a series of explosions in the capital. Reuters correspondent reported here 10 loud blasts in the city. The mayor said one of those wounded by the blast was a Japanese journalist who had been taken to the hospital. A hotel just south of Kyiv's city center was hit, and a residential building in another district was damaged, according to the city administration. The governor of the surrounding Kyiv region, Aleksei Kulibo, if I pronounce his name right, has been warned shortly beforehand of a possible incoming missile attack. It said air defenses in the region were engaging targets. The country launched several waves of missiles. They are wishing us a happy new year, but will preserve, Kulibo wrote on a telegram in a separate post after explosions shook the capital. Other cities across Ukraine also came under fire. In the southern region of Mykolaiv, if I pronounced that right, Slovakia, local governor Vitaly Kim said on television that 6 people had been wounded. In a separate post on Telegram, Kim said Russia has targeted civilians with the strikes, something Moscow has previously denied. According to According to today's tendencies, the occupiers are striking not just critical main cities, they are targeting simply residence areas, hotels, garages, roads. And it says in the western city of Kyiv, two people were wounded in a drone attack. Ukrainian President A. Kyrilo Tomolosko said the officials reported a strike in the southern industrial powerhouse city of Zaporizhzhia, if I pronounced that right, which Tom Holinskino said has damaged resident buildings. It says, the officials also reported a strike in the southern district powerhouse city of Zaporizhzhia, is what Tomolisko said has damaged residential buildings. Ukraine also, like I read that already. But next to the next paragraph, and it says, Ukraine's defense minister responds with a defiance message posted on Telegram, which each new missile attack on civilian infrastructure, more and more and more Ukrainians are convinced of the need to fight until the complete collapse of Putin's regime. It wrote. Okay. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, because we're hearing endless and countless increasing commotions of wars between the nations and two different kingdoms, and that's what we're seeing between the Russia-Ukraine situation as the war continues on, And this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25 of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads. We seeing this a lot as well too of the scripture that I'm about to bring out. Luke 21 and 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, and the seas and raging war. Right, because we see throughout the whole year of 2022, and definitely gonna go all the way into 2023, we're gonna see uprises and uproars of the people in the world, commotions of wars, wars and rumors of wars, nations against nations, kingdom against kingdoms. Citizens, uprises and uproars of the people going against their leaders that's in power. You're going to see that increase even furthermore in the year 2023, And we're going to see perplexity of nations. We're seeing that heavily increasing, with these commotions of wars and nations going against one another, and that's what we are seeing, the distress of nations, and that's what we are seeing, And I'm gonna bring out Matthew 24 and 6. Matthew 24 and 6, always a scripture that I always bring out. And it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. That's what we're hearing right now, and what we're seeing as well too, Salaki. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, this is a similar precept to the Luke 21 and 9 that I just brought out, and this is Matthew 24 and 7. And I'm going to go to the next verse, and this will be the last scripture, and I'm going to close out this lesson of this news article that was just recently that just brought out. Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, because we're seeing the nations are definitely rising up against one another, And as I read the last part of the paragraph of that news article, And the guy of Ukraine on their side, he was saying that, this war is going to continue to go on until we end the regime of Putin. And I believe it was a couple of days ago, after they had those large barrage of missiles against Ukraine, Vladimir Putin said he wanted to come to a discussion to end the solution of what's going on in the world, war in Ukraine. Then a day or two later, I believe I seen a report that caught my eye. It was from Reuters, I believe. I believe it was Kremlin said like somebody had rejected the offer from Vladimir Putin. So that's what that First Thessalonians 5:3 comes to mind. For when they shall say peace and safety. So that's a scripture that comes to mind as well too. So with this current war in Ukraine is continually increasing, as it's entering in 2023. So that war in Ukraine, the war Russia-Ukraine situation is definitely heating up more and more and more. But it's heating up by the day now, so more than ever. So yeah, wars and rumors of wars heating up. It's gonna continue to build up and heat up. So more than ever. So with that, that's all I wanted to bring out of this recent news article that just came out that happened on New Year's Eve of a Russian missile strike Kyiv once again on New Year's Eve, and one person was dead and 8 others were injured. And so with that, I hope this sit-down lesson was edifying of the scriptures that I brought out along with it as well too of this news article. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Word Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball. Shalom to you Akim out there.